Guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So, there's not long left of the 2017 season, really, is there? We've got the run-up to Worlds. It's going to be happening in a couple of weeks, so it's all exciting. And for all of us that aren't going to be at Worlds, it's going to be a great event to watch. The casting bods, the people who are going to be casting, have been announced. Casting schedule has been announced for the stream for Worlds. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to check it out, so you know when to check out the World stream, when it will be on. So we kicked off this week as well with this Trick Room team. We're going to play a couple more games with it today, see how we get on. We had a really good start on Monday, so hopefully we can continue that today. We've got our first opponent of the day, Ethan from the United Kingdom. I wonder if this is Ethan Hall. Maybe. I don't know if he uses the username Ethan though, so possibly not. But regardless of that, they are running a team of Porygon Z, Smeagol, Arcanine, Nihilego, Tapu, and Hariyama. So interestingly enough, on Monday after the episode, there was quite a few queries about the ability on Drampa. Now I've chose Sap Sipper here, primarily because we just don't have any resource to get around Spore Abuse. And with Sap Sipper on Drampa, it's not taking up an item on any of the Pokemon. We don't need Lum, and we're not opting for safety goggles or anything like that. So the Sap Sipper gives us at least an option to combat that. I think, what I'll do is go Mischievous. No, I won't actually. I'm gonna go. Kind of want to switch Mischievous in. That's the thing. Let's go Clefable and Drampa. Let's go Mischievous. Do we want Drampa? We probably... I don't even know if we want Drampa. Yeah, we do want Drampa. Let's go Mischievous and... Torkoal's going to be pretty nice here, but then Corominable. It's just the Nihilego that's a bit of an issue if you don't bring Torkoal. But Torkoal is pretty good here if we can get it going. So let's see how we get on. Yeah, and just I want to say before anything else, guys, I'm super sorry again about not getting around to doing the stream yesterday evening. I'm really annoyed at myself, disappointed as well that we weren't able to do it. But tomorrow night, 7:30, 8 o'clock, we're going to be kicking off the stream on our Twitch channel. So 100% got nothing that clashes tomorrow evening, so we will be doing that. So just want to say thanks for your patience, and again, I'm super sorry about just the awkwardness around that. So right, now we do see my opponent lead off with Smeagol and Porygon Z. So we'll probably I don't know if that Porygon Z will go for a Trick Room here, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to go for the Trick Room in this situation, considering we've got Drampa on the field. And we'll probably see maybe a Fake Out and a Z move potentially from the Porygon Z, I'd imagine. We could even see Conversion. I think I'm going to just double attack into the into both targets, double into the Smeagol here as well, just in case we can kind of break the Sash, get rid of it. But we do see a Fake Out come out. Is this going to be Conversion? Let's see. It's either that or Breakneck Blitz. What's it going to be? And it is Conversion. So let's see what typing it turns into. Okay, so we do get the Moonblast off with Clefable here, which is nice, I guess. Smeagol does get a Moody Boost in attack, and its accuracy drops, which is quite good. So, what typing is the Porygon Z? It's Electric. Okay, so we can just go Follow Me here and go for a Hyper Voice. Get some damage onto that PZ, hopefully get rid of the Smeagol. Clefable might go to sleep here, that's the only issue. So we see an Ice Beam, which is fine. Clefairy will be able to tank that quite well. And there's a Spore. So I did discuss as well in some of the comments that we got back that safety goggles was an option I did think about on Clefairy, and you know, for situations like this it would be extremely good. But Drampa able there to mitigate, get rid of the Smeagol without needing the Sap Sipper, so see what my opponent brings in now. And it is the Nihilego. Okay. So he can't follow me with Clefairy, which is a bit unfortunate. I kind of just want to sack Clefairy here, really. Because we are going to take an Ice Beam from the Porygon Z into the Drampa, which is a bit awkward. Because we really need the Trick Room set up with Mischievous. Let's go for Follow Me with Clefairy. And let's go for a Protect with Drampa. Just to try and wake up. If Clefairy gets through this turn, you never know, it might wake up the following turn. So there's the Protect. Clefairy takes its turn of sleep. Sludge Bomb. Don't know if we're going to survive this, to be honest. No. But it does give us that free switch into Mischievous. But we do give away a free Beast Boost, which isn't ideal at all. Okay, so we have to go for Trick Room here, and I think if Drampa can survive an Ice Beam, and we could potentially get a Draco Meteor off, and I'm going to fire it into Nihilego here, just to get some damage off onto it, because I feel like an Eruption plus Shadow Ball, Eruption plus Shadow Ball will be enough to take down the Porygon Z. My opponent just thinking about what they want to do. So there's the Sludge Bomb. Is into Drampa. We do survive, and an Ice Beam. Is that going to be doubling into it? Which is nice. So we get the Trick Room up for free here. But we have got a bit of an issue with the the Nihilego still. Because it has got the boost, and it is going to be doing a lot of damage to Torkoal. So we do get the Sun Up. I'll go for a Shadow Ball into the Nihilego and just protect with Torkoal here. Oh, okay, the Nihilego withdraws. Hariyama comes in. Okay, so that makes it a bit more awkward, because we could have just went for the Eruption there. Because now we've got the Fake Out to deal with. So, my opponent playing it really well. And we're just going to get faked out from the Hariyama. I'll go for a bit of residual damage on the Porygon Z. I think our best kind of play is going for a double protect, really. If we get it, that's brilliant. Do we get it? We do! Excellent. We avoid the fake out. They're probably going to double into us here. So there's a fake out, yeah. And T-Bolt, maybe? Shadow Ball. Sorry, that's us. Okay, so we actually get really lucky, get a crit into the Porygon Z. So here we can just go for a Shadow Ball into the PZ, and we can go for that. I'm going to go for the Inferno Overdrive into the Hariyama. I suspect it might be Thick Fat. Porygon Z just goes for the Protect. So we would have been better off going into, you know, it's either Thick Fat or it's got an Assault Vest, or it's got both, and this is not going to be KOing, so... We're not quite out of the woods yet. But if this KOs, this is pretty huge for us. No way. Oh my god, look at that damage. Hariyama is a tank. His defense does get lowered. Shadow Ball there would have been way better into the Hariyama. I feel like we need to double into the Hariyama here though. That's the only thing. We can probably take another close combat though. So let's go for the flamethrower into the Hariyama. That'll chip it down a bit more. Got to imagine. PZ going for another protect. Doesn't get it. We do get the flamethrower off into Hariyama. And another close combat. So we do take that though. Just about. Okay. And now we're going to get Shadow Ball into the Porygon Z. And the dimensions turn back to normal. Okay. Okay, so we just go for Trick Room here. Like, does my opponent just double into the Mischievous? With a Power Gem and a knockoff? Because I wonder if a Shadow Ball would be enough to take down the Hariyama. It's -2. From the damage that we did before, it probably does. Just about. So I'll go for it. And I'm going to go for a Solar Beam into the Nihilego. Expecting that my opponent expects us to protect. So we don't actually see it protect. We see a Feint come out. Does take our Tokol down. So we're probably better off making that choice, going for the attack there. Take a Power Gem. Shadow Ball does pick up the KO on Hariyama. So let's just go for a Trick Room here. I wonder if we win the game if Power Gem... Right, will the next Power Gem... I don't think the next Power Gem will KO us. No, I think we take one more Power Gem. Yeah. Just about. So, let's go for a Shadow Ball this turn. And then go for the Destiny Bond. So if we go for it now and it doesn't KO, then I don't know how the mechanics work on it, so we're going to find out in a minute. So as long as we survive this, which we should do from previous damage, yeah, the next one KOs us. So we go for the Destiny Bond. And then I guess we'll find out who wins. It's probably them. But it'll be interesting to see if this is... Because I think because we feint first, we lose, I'm pretty sure. But really, the score is a tie, so there is no winner. Yeah, we lose. But very good game to my opponent, and we managed to KO all 4 Pokemon on their side of the field, but we still lost. So, a nice start to the battle, but I think there just kind of highlighted how big a problem Spore is for the team. And you know what? I think safety goggles on the Clefable would have saved us so much there, because we would have still had the Follow Me going into the following turn to get another Hyper Voice off, get rid of the Smeagol, do some more chip damage to the Porygon Z. Yeah, so I think it's probably an item choice that we may want to look at, and if we do that, then it gives us the option to change the Sap Sipper on Drampa to maybe change that to the Berserk ability, which would make it a bit more threatening in a Trick Room once it's taken a hit or two. So it's definitely something to think about going into the next episode, and I probably will make some changes as well. going into Friday's episode. Also, on to other things, while we've got a little bit of downtime while we're waiting on the next battle. It's great to hear your opinions on schedule content for the channel. Thank you so much for everyone that has responded and got back to me, give me your feedback on what you would like to see on the channel. And the common consensus is VGC's content is kind of what you guys want to see primarily. Now, we've dropped School of Hard Knocks down to 3 days, but what I'm going to do next week is increase it back up to 4 days. So we're going to have 4 days, hopefully going up to 5 days after the summer. But at the minute, I'm going to juggle around with 4 days of School of Hard Knocks. We're going to take the BattleSpot double series back down to 1 day, and that will be moved over to our Twitch channel, and we'll still have a QR code on a Wednesday. So Mondays, Tuesdays, School of Hard Knocks, Thursdays, Fridays, School of Hard Knocks, Wednesday's QR code, and the live stream doing the BattleSpot double series, or we can change that up. We'll probably do VGC some weeks and things like that. Let me know what you guys think of that schedule, because at the moment it's up in the air and we can do anything with it. So do let me know. I really appreciate your guys' opinions on this going forward. But anyway, on to our next opponent. They have a team of Alolan Raichu, Tapu, Koko, Milotic, Buzzwole, Oranguru, and Decidueye. So there is a Trick Room mode in here, you've got to imagine, with the Decidueye probably in the Buzzwole, but not this loss of Trick Room modes. You've got that fast offensive threatening mode with the Alolan Raichu, Tapu, Koko there with the terrains, but I think we're alright to lead Mischievous, and let's go Clefable as well. Like that lead. I think Torkoal is magnificent here if we can get it into a Trick Room, and Crabominable, Drampa, or Muck. Let's go Crabominable, just because Crabominable is insanely good and will KO a lot of stuff. My opponent doesn't have Intimidate either. That's another thing that's been brought up, whether we go Hyper Cutter or Iron Fist. If I make the change to the safety goggles for Friday's episode, we'll switch over to Berserk Drampa, and we'll probably go with Hyper Cutter Crabominable. So I've got a lot of breeding to do between now and then. But it's not so bad. I do have some bottle caps, so it's fine. We don't need to breed perfect or anything like that. So we're going to lead off with Mischievous and Clefable, a coined lead here, and we see my opponent lead off with Tapu, Koko, and Raichu. So we do know that Raichu has Fake Out, but it can't Fake Out the Mischievous because of its Ghost typing, so we're quite safe here going for a Trick Room, and just to follow me, I guess. Let's just lock that in, just to pull any big attacks away from the Mischievous. So we want to try and keep it around for as long as we can. And Clefable's just so bulky. It's going to be able to take anything kind of thrown at it right now. We may just see my opponent just Fake it out, or switch their board position up. We don't know. So Clefable gets to follow me. Doesn't appear as though any Fake Out coming out. Raichu just going for a Thunderbolt. Okay, so doing about half damage, proccing our Citrus Berry, and we'll see Tapu Koko go for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, that's fine. And revealing the Life Orb there, so we do get the Trick Room up. Okay, so what can we do here? Let's go for a Shadow Ball into the Raichu, and I guess just another Follow Me, really. Because I just want the Clefable to go down at this point, and I want to get something in. Like the Torkoal, for instance. My opponent just forfeit on turn 2. Because we just got the Trick Room up. We didn't even have any offensive pressure on the field. Okay. Well, that is a surprise, isn't it, guys? There's something about this team. It keeps happening. It's happened a few times already. Okay, so regardless of that, we'll go into our next match and hopefully find an opponent pretty quickly. I wonder if we can start ranking up. We should get like a little tally down here to kind of show how many turn 1, 2 or 3 forfeits we get with this team. It seems to have the knack of doing that at the moment. So we've got our next opponent anyway, and they're running a team of Garchomp, Porygon 2, Snorlax, Arcanine, Gyarados and Tapu Koko. So quite a standardish looking team. It looks a lot like what Chris ran, the Australian player who went over and won the recent US International Championships. An exact copy of the team maybe. There's probably some differences with movesets, EV spreads, etc. But on the whole, very solid standard team. And we know what we've got to kind of do to get around it. Snorlax is going to be a bit of a pain, so we definitely want to bring that Abominable. It's going to be nice against Garchomp, P2, Snorlax. We do need to be a bit careful of the Arcanine, and Intimidate's not going to be ideal for us, but again, I don't see many issues leading with Mischievous to try and get the Trick Room up straight away. Clefable, again, it's going to provide nice support, I guess, for the majority of the team. Muck is going to be very nice here as well. So I don't know if we go Muck over Clefable, to be honest. We could go Drampa to lead. Let's go Clefable, Tokol and Abominable. We've got to imagine as well that the Garchomp is probably Scarfed, maybe, or Assault Vest. But it may have the Ground Room Z as well. We can't just make assumptions that it's going to be one or the other and then play to that. We've got to kind of just play it as the game comes to us. So we lead off with a kind of coined lead. We see Gyarados and Tapu Koko come up for my opponent. So we do have to be a bit careful of potential Dragon Dance from this Gyarados. I think Chris's Gyarados had the Fly MZ. I'm not 100% sure though, with the bounce. So here we can just go for a Trick Room, I guess. And follow me. I don't really see any problems with doing that too much. I mean, even if my opponent gets a Dragon Dance off, going to put them a bit far behind. I don't know if they'll go for it, kind of knowing that the Trick Room's maybe going to come out. So there's a Thunderbolt from the Tapu Koko. Let's just procs our Citrus Berry and a Clefable. And if you see the Gyarados go for an attack into this slot, it's pretty nice. And we do. And that is going to... Clefable doing its job, going down early, bringing in, hopefully, Tokol maybe. In the next, yeah, we'll bring in Tokol, I think. So we see the bounce come out from the Gyarados. Is going to be into the Clefable slot. Pull Clefable, but it does go down, and just paves the way for us to set up the Trick Room nicely with Mischievous, which is great. So, what do we do now? I mean, we could bring in Abominable, but we've got to be a bit. We've got to worry about the Arcanine coming in as well, potentially. Let's bring in Tokol. Like the Eruption's going to take down the Tapu Koko. Unless it's sashed, of course. That is always a thing. But we can just double into the Gyarados here. I feel like, yeah. I don't see any reason not to, so we just go Eruption. I feel like the Tapu Koko's so pressured it either switches out. Yeah. And we see Snorlax hit the field. Okay. And there's the Eruption. I'll do a good chunk to the Gyarados regardless. And what's nice is that Snorlax is going to now be in Firium Z range for the Infinite Overdrive. So we just see a waterfall come out from the Gyarados. Does a bit of chip to the Tokol. And now we just go for the nuke on the Snorlax and go for another Shadow Ball on the Gyarados. Infinite Overdrive into that Snorlax. So Gyarados just protecting here. What's the Snorlax gonna do? We don't know. We might never know. Because we're gonna get this huge Inferno Overdrive off. And get rid of what is probably the biggest Trick Room threat on my opponent's team. What would be nice is to see the Garchomp come in on my opponent's side. But I wonder, I don't know, it might not be the Arcanine, it might be the Garchomp. If it's a Garchomp, we just go for Solar Beam into Gyarados and we go for the Levitate play. And it is a Garchomp, so that's what we're going to do. That is what we will do. So, go for that nice skill swap into Torkoal and go for a cheeky Solar Beam, which should be enough to take down this Gyarados. Hopefully it is. Did we get a special defense drop with the Shadow Ball? I don't know. Is it special defense or special attack? I'm not really sure 100% off the top of my head. I should know. I should have read the screen. So, here's the Solar Beam. Here's the moment of truth. Are we going to get the KO onto the Gyarados? This will put us into a really nice position if we do. We do! Excellent! We'll probably just see an Earthquake come out from the Garchomp, as we've already seen the Z move from my opponent. Ooh, Garchomp going for Swords Dance. Wow, okay. Now, we need to be a bit careful here. Tapu Koko coming in. How many turns of Trick Room have we got left? 1 turn. 2 turns of the Sun. Okay. You've got to imagine the Tapu Koko just protects here, and the Garchomp goes for an Earthquake. So I could bring in Chromominable to take the Earthquake, and then bring Misdrevious back in. Yeah, let's do that. And then we just do we protect? No, we attack, I think, here. No, we protect. If we can get it off, hopefully, just in time, I think. Because the electric terrain should be running out soon as well. We don't want Torkoal just taking Thunderbolts for the sake of it. Oh, no protect coming out from either Pokemon. You just see a Rock Slide come out from the Garchomp. Chromominable taking it quite nicely, and there's a Dazzling Gleam. This is going to take down Chromominable, unfortunately. Now it's going to be a bit difficult for us, because we are going to take Rock Slide damage from the Garchomp. So we'll go Trick Room, and I guess do we double protect or do we just go for an attack? Like, my opponent's going to just double into the Torkoal here, really. Like, I don't think we should have made the play we did the previous turn, to be honest. I'm just going to go for a double protect here. I feel like my opponent's going to double into us either way, so if we can get it off. We do. Okay. Oh, it's just another Dazzling Gleam, Rock Slide combination, you've got to think. Okay. See what the damage is like on the Misdrevious. Okay, so we can double into the Tapu Koko. I think that's probably our best play. The next turn, hopefully Torkoal survives, and then we can hopefully just go down to a rock slide, go for the Z Destiny Bond, the Destiny Bond the next turn for the Garchomp to take us down. So let's lock in with it. Hopefully this combination's enough. I don't know if it will be out of the sun. Is a Shadow Ball going to be enough? It's going to be close. It is enough. Okay, so if we can survive with both our Pokemon here, don't know if we're going to be able to. Nah, we're in the same situation as we were that other game. Crit on Torkoal. Torkoal is quite defensively bulky as well, so we might have survived that otherwise. That is a bit of a shame. So we're just going to do the same as what we did last time. Go for the Destiny Bond and take our opponent down with us, but we will lose this one, which is a bit unfortunate. Our opponent going for an Earthquake. I guess we just go Shadow Ball. We know we're going to lose regardless. It would just be nice that turn for us to take down the Garchomp with us, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it. There's a Rock Slide this turn. Yeah. Baiting us in, and my opponent taking the game. It's a good game to my opponent. We'll do an episode analyzer on this. It might extend the episode a little bit, but we definitely made, I think, a bit of a wrong judgment. Going into that last turn of Trick Room, and I'll do the calc in between now and the analyzer on that Rock Slide to see if it would have made too much difference if the crit hadn't happened, but all in all, not a bad episode. I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, as always, guys, please leave a like. It does really help the channel out a lot. It helps me out knowing that you do enjoy the content that we're putting out. As well, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the changes that we thought were talked about making, like the safety goggles onto the Clefable, even the Berserk on the Drampa. And the hyper cutter onto the Crabominable as well. So let me know your opinions. Let me know what your thoughts are on today's games as well, because I love hearing your opinions on how you think the games have went. All in all, though, I think apart from that last game, everything was alright. Like that first game, we just highlighted how much of a problem Spore is for, especially I think most Trick Room teams, hard Trick Room teams, are kind of really hampered by fast Spore, fast Sleep Powder and things like that. So it does cause a few issues. So we've got a nice way around it with the safety goggles on the Clefable going forward, and I think it'll probably patch up a little bit of an issue that we maybe already have with the team. But other than that, I think that last game, it was just down to that play where the Trick Room was ending us switching in the Crabominable. We maybe should have just stayed in with both Pokemon that we had. Because Crabominable has the Wide Guard as well. So the thing is, if we just stayed in and got another Trick Room up, potentially got the Crabominable in next to the Torkoal, then we might have been able to possibly win out, but you don't know. We'll be back in 2 minutes though, guys, with the episode analyzer. So look forward to doing that. We haven't done one in a while, so I'll see you in a jiffy. So see you in 2 seconds. Okay guys, so we're back with the episode analyzer. So we had a few good games today. We had that first game that went, I think, just highlighted the fact that we were a bit weak to Spore and Fast Sleep. Like I kind of said and explained in my reasoning behind Sapsipper Drampa, although we kind of came to the conclusion that maybe the safety goggles is a better option on Clefable going into matches like that. So that's what we're going to do, change it up. Second match was very good. And then we came into this third match. So as I said, it is a very similar team to what the US Internationals champion Chris ran at that tournament and won the entire tournament with. So we kind of know what we're going up against here. So there's a team preview there. We kind of went through it during the episode. I don't think we made too many issues with our Pokemon selection for this game. I think we were pretty much spot on with what we picked, so not really too many complaints here. So we go into turn 1. We see my opponent lead off with the Gyarados and the Tapu Koko there. Tapu Koko and Gyarados obviously threatening a double target attack into the Mischievous to stop that Trick Room, and we want to prevent that. we don't want to get doubled into, because if we do, then there's no Trick Room and we've got really no way of kind of getting around the big threats on my opponent's side of the field. So what we do is go for the Follow Me and then the Trick Room with Mischievous, and it works out perfectly. So the Tapu Koko Thunderbolts into the Clefable, pulled in from that Follow Me, and the Gyarados goes for its Z move, wastes its Z move almost, and knocks out the Clefable, which is a bit unfortunate because we do lose our Clefable, but like I said during the episode, it just paved the way for us to bring in the Torkoal. So we get the Torkoal in and the first turn of Trick Rooms, which is brilliant, you always want that. And we go into that next turn, so we're sitting in front of a Tapu Koko and a Gyarados. Gyarados isn't really too threatened by what we've got in the field, but we're not too worried about it either. It has burnt its Z move, it could go for a Dragon Dance, but is it going to waste a turn Dragon Dancing and getting potentially slow on a Trick Room when we can just keep chipping away at it? So what we do is go for an Eruption, we've got no reason not to here, and we just Shadow Ball into the Gyarados slot. My opponent switches out the Tapu Koko, preserves it for later on in the match, and brings in the Snorlax. It does take a chunk of damage from the Eruption, and Gyarados takes a bit of residual damage as well. Or does the Gyarados protect there? The Gyarados may protect there, I'm not too sure. I don't think the Gyarados protects there. I'm not too sure. But whatever way it works out, we put the Snorlax in range for the Fire MZ to take it out next turn, which we do. So take the Snorlax out. The next turn, my opponent brings in the Garchomp. So the Gyarados that turn actually protects, yeah. So the previous turn we do get the Eruption and the Shadow Ball into it. That turn we go for the Fire MZ into the Snorlax, take it down because it's in range. We didn't proc its Berry with the Eruption the turn it switches in, which is perfect. Get rid of the big Trick Room threat on my opponent's side of the field. So things are going well for us this turn. And my opponent brings in place of the Snorlax the Garchomp. Now that does threaten Torkoal with big damage from earthquakes and stuff like that, and we kind of went into the misconception that the Garchomp was probably Assault Vest like Chris ran in his internationals team, or maybe Scarf, which is another common way for Garchomp to run. So we went for the turn here, we went Gyarados was in range for potentially a Solar Beam to take it down. So we went for the skill swap with Mischievous, targeted the Gyarados, knowing it protected that previous turn, took it down with the Solar Beam, got the skill swap off, but the Garchomp revealed Swords Dance, so totally throwing us off there and kind of dictating what happened next, because we go on to the next turn. We've got one turn of Trick Room left, and we are threatened from, you know, both the Tapu Koko and the Garchomp. Now this is the turn where we made the biggest mistake. So we're in the last turn of Trick Room. The Garchomp is on +2. Tapu Koko is threatening with electric type attacks, Dazzling Gleams, more onto the Mischievous here, but just any chip onto the Torkoal isn't going to be ideal here. Now what we do here is to try and preserve the Mischievous to get the Trick Room up later on. But what we should have done, so we switch out the Mischievous into the Crabominable. Garchomp reveals as well that it's carrying Rock Slide, so it goes for the Rock Slide. We protect the Torkoal, so we're not getting any damage off here. And that puts us so far behind. And because the Trick Room then ends, we have to bring in Mischievous again, and we have to bank on getting a double protect from our Torkoal to actually win out the game, which is not ideal. So what we should have done in this position, we shouldn't have switched out Mischievous at all. And we shouldn't have protected with Torkoal. We should have just doubled into the Tapu Koko. Then the next turn, if Torkoal does survive that turn, we've still got Mischievous in probably a good position to get another Trick Room off, and we've still got Crabominable in the back. And I don't know what my opponent would have been able to do if we had the full health Crabominable to come in that Trick Room setting, because it KOs Garchomp easily, and it would KO Tapu Koko as well, and certainly a Shadow Ball and an Ice Hammer would do the job by itself. So that would have been the best play. Unfortunately, we got a bit ahead of ourselves, thinking that we needed Torkoal as our win condition, and I think that's because we had the skill swap on it in that situation. We hadn't seen the Rock Slide just yet, so we kind of just were banking on the fact that the Garchomp maybe only had Earthquake, and you know, it might have just had Fire Fang, which isn't a bad presumption to make, but it did cost us here, and we shouldn't have made the plays we did. We should have set up an end game for Crabominable to come in and clean up in a Trick Room, and keeping the Mischievous in here wouldn't have done any harm. If, as we saw, my opponent didn't protect the Tapu Koko, the worst case scenario here is we take down the Tapu Koko, Mischievous takes a bit of chip damage from the +2 Rock Slide, and we lose Torkoal. But in most situations we still don't even lose the Torkoal, so there was nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. We do manage to get the double protect off, get the Trick Room up. Next turn, and then after that, once the Trick Room's up, we double into the Tapu Koko. I think the Tapu Koko might have been either Assault Vest or Choice Specs, because it just didn't reveal Protect at all, and it seemed locked into the Dazzling Gleam. So, you know, knowing that information as well would have been a lot more beneficial a few turns before that, where we could have just doubled into it in the last turn of Trick Room. Unfortunately for us, we didn't. We switched in the Crabominable, and we still got ourselves into a decent position where we got rid of the Tapu Koko, and all we needed to do was survive the Rock Slide from the Garchomp, and then the next turn we protect the Torkoal and we Destiny Bond with Mischievous, because Mischievous would have been able to take the Rock Slide as well. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, and oh, I need another screen. Well, anyway, I didn't add the final screen, but we get a critical hit on our Torkoal. And unfortunately for us, it was it did matter. The critical hit did matter. +2. There's a maximum damage. Let me see if I can pull up the screen here for you guys while I'm doing this, because I need to show you. I think it's a little bit better if I do it while we're here. I thought I added this screen already, but I mustn't have. So let's see if I can just pull it in, and there we go. So yeah. As you can see on your screen there, guys, let's make this a bit tidier so it sits in there a bit nicer. As you can see, +2 Garchomp on our Torkoal. We do have 4 EVs in defense as well, but it doesn't change the calculation at all. You can see the Rock Slide doing 88 to 104 maximum damage, so even without the critical hit they would have had to get the maximum roll. This is going under the assumption that it's a Jolly Garchomp, which you'd probably assume it is, so the critical hit did matter there. Even though we made the wrong decision earlier in the game, we still got to a point where we could have won out, because if Torkoal had survived there, we get the Destiny Bond off and we win, really. Simple as, I would say. Because my opponent, we've got 2 Levitators on the field, my opponent's kind of forced into Rock Slide in there, so I think we could have just kept going for the Destiny Bond and maybe chipping down the Garchomp either way. So you don't know, I don't know what would have happened, but the be all and end all of it was that turn where we switched out the Mischievous when we shouldn't have. So hopefully that wraps up. Hopefully it's something we can keep in mind going forward. You know, just think about, I think we didn't really think too much ahead of ourselves in that situation to how we were going to close out the game. We kind of just thought, oh, we need Torkoal, it's got the Levitate, it's going to be really good here. But when in actual fact we should have played out in our heads the next few turns. Worst possible scenario, really kind of contemplated what the Garchomp could have had. Rock Slide's a massive possibility. We should have really thought about that. We didn't. It kind of cost us. We managed to get ourselves back into the game. And the critical hit kind of sealed it up for us, but regardless of that, I'm not going to blame the hacks on this. We made it a wrong step, and that's something just to keep in mind going into future games. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of fun. The games we had today were great. We'll be back on Friday with another episode of School of Hard Knocks. Hopefully we won't have to do another episode on Analyzer, but if we do, it's no problem, because I enjoy doing them and I hope we get some benefit out of it. Let me know your thoughts though, guys, on the episode analyzer, the video on a whole, any thoughts you've got on the matches and things like that, and obviously let me know about the changes that we're going to make for Friday's episode on the Clefable, the Drampa and the Crabominable as well. So we're going to wrap things up there, guys. Thanks so much for coming by. As always, please leave a like on the video, it is massively appreciated. We will be back tomorrow with a live stream. We are eventually kicking off with it. So Thursday, 8 PM on our Twitch channel. It will be linked in the description. On the banner of our homepage on the channel, there's a little Twitch logo there. You can click on that, it'll take you straight over to the site. So come and hang out. We'll have a few games on our Battle Spot Doubles team. I'll hang out for maybe 45 minutes to an hour and see how it goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully as we go on through the Twitch, as we get more kind of in tune with it, we'll start adapting our VGC content as well. And also let me know about what you think about the scheduling changes going into next week as well. Really like to hear your opinions on that, guys. So we'll wrap things up. Thanks as always, guys. Have a great evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time of day it is, and I will see you all later. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves, having fun, and I will see you then. So until then, guys, bye-bye.